Hello everyone and welcome back to the MotoGP career mode here with the Rivalries snipers in Moto3. It's been a mixed bag in the opening three races of the season. Podium in the first race, 7th, which was a recovery race after some dodgy qualifying. US, same thing. We were P9, we crashed, got back to P16 from P19, and then the rain fell. There were only 2 laps left in the race. We finished with no points for the first time this season. And so, yeah, bit of an unfortunate way we are at the moment. We obviously want to get ourselves into the pro level, which of course would allow us to move up into Moto2, which, considering there are another 19 or so races, 18 races or so to go, plenty of time for us to get the points and to get ourselves up the table. But so far, 1 podium in the opening 3 races. Not a shabby start to the season for us. And as far as the bike development goes, we are focusing on engine power. We've got handling and we've got stability locked down pretty well. And it's all about engine power at the moment for us as we look to try and compete with every other bike on the road. And hopefully we can do that. So we do have a message to start things off. Table at the finish, I closed in front, so that went well. We need to work like this if we want to stay up front. So, I mean, you finished 1 place ahead of me and got a singular point, mate. I've already amassed 29 in the opening 3 races. You have amassed 1. So, yeah. Talking about how, like, oh, yes, I finished in front of you. Buddy, come on. Let's get real here. So anyway, let's have a look at Qatar in the Qatar Grand Prix. Then it's the Spanish. But for now, as per, we're not going to be doing the free practice. We're just going to do the practice, the qualifying 1 and 2, and then of course the 8 laps of the race itself here. So let's get the weekend started and let's see if we can get points in Qatar. So here we are in Qatar. On the F1 game, I don't particularly like this track. I do struggle here in a full car. On a bike, you have to imagine it's going to be even more tougher to kind of do what we can here. But like I said, it's all going to be about making sure we can get some good times in, get the run in here. This is really the only straight that we ever have to worry about. Every other part of the course is a turn of some form, so I've just noticed a number of bikes have gone out for their laps. A couple were behind us coming out of the pits, so hopefully they don't become problems, or we cause problems. Of course, in the second race in Argentina, we had the long lap penalty for irregular entry into the pits after absolutely screwing up turn 13 every single time in qualifying. In the race, we were perfectly fine. We were able to do enough to get the bike turned, but I don't know. So as we go around, one of my biggest worries when we have to have bikes ahead of us is if they fall off, they can invalidate the lap. Even if it's their in lap, like their out lap, like they're just getting out there and they're about to do their lap after this run around the track. That's a bit messy. Start the 3rd sector. I do like setting a time and then kind of seeing where we are with it, and then try and go around again on the 2nd lap when there's less fuel in the bike. Back up, all good, all good. Just a little twitch after America. I'm very nervous when the bike has a little bit of a twitch. Come towards the final few turns here. Turn 15 dealt with quite nicely. There is a bike behind us, but he's not been able to catch us up, so clearly we're doing alright. Unless they're on a different set of tyres. So, here we go. Nice and comfortable lap. Nothing too special about it, but we're going to cross the line out of 2:06. Not bad, I guess. It's not too shabby. 1 second clear of Car, by the way, so he did a 2:07, so I think he was the one behind me. So he must have been doing a lap. He went out before me. So I don't know when he went out, but we're 1 second clear of our teammate. So that's pretty good. Considering that's our first lap. Now the question is, can we improve on this lap, find a few more tenths, and see if we can tidy up some of those areas where we maybe went a bit too heavy on the turn, or went too heavy on the brakes, or went too heavy on the throttle. At the moment we're a tenth down. So grey first sector, so we've essentially matched it. Second sector about to wrap up. We're going to be a tenth down, 2 tenths down now. Yeah, we're 2 tenths down, so we're down on sector 1 and 2. I'm wondering where... Yeah, sector 3 we did have a few, not hairy moments, but we were a bit wide with the turning, maybe a bit... We need a bit more throttle. As we lose a bit of time going on the curb there. We actually took that better the first time round, but don't think we're going to be improving on this lap unless we find some magical time from somewhere. As we come towards the final sector, we're still back, but even a little bit could be enough. We're only 3 tenths off the leader, so 2:06 seems to be the time. We're a second clear of Carrera, possibly, maybe call him by his actual name, Alright. But yeah, as we train out the bike, we are going to gain some time. Not going to be a lot, it's going to be something. But we actually are not too far away from P6, so we'll head back to the pit. We'll simulate forward and kind of see where we are.
We're just outside. First practice over.
And we have got into Q2. P9, get in there. Absolutely beautiful. So the lowest we can be is P14, which is... Well, no, actually, no, hang on. 4 bikes are going to come forward, aren't they? So, that's awesome. That's a great qualifying. We'll take that. That was our second lap, which actually got us through. 3 tenths off the leader, Angel Bequerez. Our teammate also got in, literally just, beating Furusato by a few milliseconds. So, all good. All right. For once, we've actually made Q2. In pretty comfortably. I think that's Dirtweiler ahead of me, looking to set his time. A couple of bikes will probably start coming out for their second runs, but they shouldn't be a problem to us. Our hope is we haven't screwed this up and put ourselves in a bit of a trouble for actual race weekend, but move back in a little bit there. So here we go. As we try for the first time this season, Q2. Brilliant stuff. P9 in the practice sessions. I don't know why I went so heavy there, going to the left there first before going to the right. That was going to throw my guy off the bike. But obviously we need to be very cautious here. We showed that 2:06 was enough. We were only 3 tenths off the nearest person, but 2:04 has been scored by the man who did top practice 1. And yeah, at the moment orange. About to see. Oh god. Okay. Well, there's all the time gone. Yep. That's that. This lap is in the toilet. We're 4 tenths faster though, apparently, despite the fact that we went horribly wide just moments ago. Sector 2 was actually a little bit of a mess. So we swing the bike around, we go a little bit wide there. So we definitely are going to do a second run. Like I said, in the first race we were P22. I finished second. There was no rain issues, no nothing. The key thing in that one was we didn't fall off the bike. It's been Argentina and US where we've been having that issue. I think we fell off the bike obviously in practice, where we got knocked off by our teammate as we went a bit wide on like the final few turns. At the moment, a 154 coming up here. We are still gaining. It's not going to be a 204. It's a 206, and it is P17, but we are 1 second clear of Dirtweiler. Can we find a few more tenths now on this second run, which in theory will be our last run. I don't think there's much else we can do after this, but we know where we went wrong. It's Dirtweiler. I'm not sure if he's not sure if that's even Dirtweiler ahead of me. I don't think that is Dirtweiler, but no, that is him. He's trying to set another lap. Obviously he's a second behind me. We're 2 seconds off the leader, but we know where the issues were. So if we can gain a few more tenths from certain areas, who knows? And that was one of the turns. Look at that, 6 tenths straight away earned on that section there, where we just overcooked it completely. So 1.4 seconds quicker. Okay. And all the hard work gone with that little touch. Might be P17 for the race at this point, but we're 1.4 seconds faster in sector 2 there, which is remarkable. But there are still other areas we can polish off and sort of gain the time. Right now 5 tenths looks like 2 tenths faster. I'm not sure if that's 2 tenths faster than the leader or someone else. Also the fact that we have caught up Dirtweiler here. Not sure what he's playing at, to be fair, and why he's struggling so much to get the bike round. But he is, so good for us, I guess. As we have him right on our tail now as we come off. Take the bike a little bit lighter there, but we're going to lose time. It's going to keep us in P17. We've got 1.7 laps of fuel left. I don't think there's much else we can do other than don't have that twitch, and unfortunately now Dirtweiler is right there in front of me. So we're able to sweep past him quite nicely. I just wonder if we're going to have enough fuel. 1.6 is what it's saying. So I don't know, maybe we can maybe pull off a hat here, get ourselves high up the grid. We were sitting on 6 tenths up at one stage. And there was that one twitch that cost us. So let's see. So it was here actually where we completely nearly lost the bike. So you see there, getting a little bit of time. If I could avoid hitting that curb, we'd be on at least a 10th gain here. But we're quite comfortable with Dirtweiler in P17. This would still be our best qualifying to date. I know we're only on the 4th race of the season, but 1/10 up. Not sure how we're losing time. We're not too far off our current time, which I was hoping we'd get into the 205s by the end of it, but we're not going to gain any time. We are losing, well, we're going to gain nothing, and that will be that. Dirtweiler has improved a little bit, but all we've managed to do is get a little bit better
The second Moto3 qualifying session
But,
comes to a close. The
yeah.
results you see on the screen correspond to riders
P17 for us. Carrero outqualified us by nearly 5/10. So, oof. But, yeah. Next time you see me, it will be for the race. I'll see you there. So, good stuff, good stuff. Everyone looks like they're going to go for the soft tyre setup. Yeah, pretty much. A couple are doing medium soft, but everyone is doing soft softs at the moment. So we will stick to that, no problems at all. Just checking that we've got the freshest possible tyre. Yes. And yes, good. And the fuel, it is a full tank of fuel. It's only an 8-lap race, but we have a very good chance here of, well, we will finish ahead of Carrero, and it means in the next race in Spain, the aim is going to be to obviously beat him outright in the race. So let's see how it goes, and let's get on with the Qatar Grand Prix.
Exciting lap complete. It's important to...
So last two races we have started right at the back of the grid. Today we start in the middle of the pack, 17th, our best qualifying. And straight away we are easily swamped. We're able to quickly just get to the side, gain a couple of positions here, and okay. Yep. This is tough, this is tough. Survived. Alright, come on. Done alright here. Just don't overcook anything. Don't have any collisions. P8. Good stuff. We've gained a number of places already. P7. 10 places gained. And a couple of people behind us now being oh no. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. And just like that, I ruined it. It's still not an impossible position to be in, but we caused a collision. I'm amazed we haven't been charged for that, but I got a bit too close for comfort. There we go. P7 just disappears. P14 now for us. We lose 7 places, but still not the end of the world. Still plenty of bikes that we can overtake as the race progresses, but once again it's a start we've had, and we've overcooked something. Too much throttle, got too close, didn't put enough brake, or put too much brake, whatever the reason, we have mucked up a good position. But it's not the end of the world. Still plenty of time. One man is out, Munoz is out, so is that who we crashed with, by the way? Because I'm pretty sure last couple of races nobody's gone out of the race, everyone's just sort of done the race, they finished it. But first time since Thailand, where I think we had like 7 people lose out on the race. But anyway, lap 1 about to be complete. Just seems to have a little bit more power than that guy as we move up into P12. Like I said, for the team I need to finish at least in the top 15. I need that, so keep going here and keep pushing as hard as humanly possible and just be sensible with the overtakes. But we're in P11 now, 4 seconds off the leader. We're taking another fall. That was us getting a bit too overexcited. Luckily for us, a lot of the pack behind us were just catching up. So this is obviously, I think this is where we fell last time. So we saw Munoz go out the race. I will look back at it, but I don't think that was our fault, to be fair. I really think Munoz may have just overcooked himself and then took us out as a result. And there was nothing I could do. I was trying to overtake him and I got caught up in it. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might have seen it wrong. I might just be trying to make excuses for the fact that I got knocked off my bike. But whatever the case, here we go. Currently 5/10 clear of the bike behind, 6/10 now. We're gaining time of them. And we get Yamiaka, who had to go to Q1 in qualifying. He qualified better than me. And yeah, bit surprised we actually got into Q2. On the Switch, I'm barely able to, because obviously I know there's only 16 riders, so you always get into Q2. There was never a case you can't miss it. Everyone got into Q2 because there were only 16 riders. So even the qualifying one was a shambles because it was just literally, you know, 2 bikes and both of you are going to get through. What's the point wasting tyre and fuel and just generally your wear of your bike? If we get P10 on the straight. Oh, what am I doing? Right, come on. Sensible riding. Sensible riding is what I need. Absolute sensible riding. Went from P7 to P16 and now back into P10. I currently have the fastest lap of the race. That's always a good sign if I'm gaining time on everyone. And currently it's only 8/10 now to me and P9. Q. Just overcooked that a little bit, need a bit more brake. But like I said, being so far clear of our teammate is kind of impressive. I mean, in an ideal world, I win the Moto3 title, but isn't an ideal world at the end of the day. What I would like to see is maybe some people fall over in front of me, and that would mean I get a couple of free plays without having to do anything. But look at that, we've done 3 laps. We're about to do 3 laps, and literally, although I would say the front lot are starting to pull away from me a little bit here, and I'm not doing anything wrong. We're about to hit the halfway mark of this race as Yakama comes back at me. He's probably going to have me on the straight, I imagine. But for now, we're just going to try and do what we can to keep him at bay. Yeah, quite a few bikes. Like I said, all you can do when you fall off is try and get the middle lane, which is finish in the top 15, get some points. We're going to finish ahead of Car, basically do what we're doing. Fernandez takes the fastest lap and his teammate is on my tail as they're all putting in 2:04, so they are all now pulling away from me. And this is why the engine needs a lot of work, and Le Mans is 2 races away. We've still got Spain to do and then it's Le Mans, so that's when we'll get an upgrade. Hopefully we'll put another upgrade on as well. We've got a second slot and try and get fuel delivery, because obviously we want better tyre wear, better fuel consumption. Right now we've got 2.1 extra laps of fuel, so we're not fussed about an 8-lap race. At the moment we're trying to hang on to P10 and hope and pray someone ahead of us goes off and maybe gives us something here. Like I said, if we fall off now, we are going to finish below without no points. I think that is just obvious considering that everyone behind us is there. It's mad how the Switch version got it all wrong, like with the laps that you're meant to ride in 50% races. Like, cause 8 laps? Really? That's the best you're going to give me? Whereas on the Switch version, I'm pretty sure Qatar was like 10 laps around this circuit. Kind of weird, but you would think, even with it being the Switch version, you could easily do the amount of laps required. Like, that wouldn't cause issues with the frame rate. But I think it copies, because in obviously Moto2, every race had like an extra lap on their armory on their race weekend. So I assume then MotoGP is like that as well. Like, it's got more laps. Because I think it's like between 20 to 22, 25 laps. I know that doesn't sound too long. In Formula 1 sense, that's literally like the race would be over in a matter of seconds. But Yamiaka is right behind me as we start lap number 5. It is the Spanish Grand Prix next. I'd be annoyed with the restart purely because we're where we are because we fell off the bike, gained 6 places pretty quickly in the lap and then the following lap after we fell off. And now we're just sort of in the hemisphere of the bikes ahead of us, just hoping they make a mistake. We are closing in on them at times, but then they're pulling away from us on like the straights. Makes sense, these bikes, the ones ahead of us are the better bikes. And we've got one of the kind of the mid to worse bikes. I am knackered, by the way. Been up since 4 AM. Recorded this morning, obviously, to get some content on. Obviously today I've done 4 games on the rugby game. I'm doing this MotoGP one. Got to keep my concentration here though. Got to keep my we've just got to find our magic here. We've just got to stay patient. We've literally just got to stay patient here. Keep fighting. Keep trying to get close, which we have now done. We're sort of in the middle there. The guy behind us, Marco, is like 4 tenths behind. We're 5 tenths behind the guys ahead of us. And now we might have a very interesting chase on our hands here. You see on a straight line, they do have enough pace on them. This is why I need the engine power on this bike. We've got the handling, got everything else. Also, the tyre wear is getting a little concerning as everyone takes that line. Get the hang of it, but like I said, tyre wear could be a problem here. I don't know how to handle tyre wear. I've never been able to do it in Formula 1 games, and I don't think I'll be figuring it out in MotoGP game. But I think because these lot have all been fighting each other, we've been able to kind of get within their hemisphere. So let's see if we can. Okay. All right, calm down. Don't get too excited. That's how you went off your bike the last time. Trying to chase positions. Right, opportunity here. And that's that. Beautiful. And that will do. P12, I think. Yeah. Again, I overcooked it. I should have used more brake. I should have backed off. I didn't back off. And I've paid the ultimate price. Again, going off my bike. Pretty sure I've gone off twice. Munoz has gone off once. No one else has fallen off their bike. But we're still in the points. And we've been P10 this entire time. So we've only lost 2 places after crashing because a lot of the bikes behind us now are sort of, yeah. You can tell I'm peeved. I'm very pissed off now because how have I done this twice? Like I should have taken my time. There's enough laps for me to gain a few extra places, but I just overcooked it and there was a little bit of a touch. I'm amazed I haven't been called up for it really. Can we get P10 back? That's going to be the aim now from now to the end of the race. You see there, we are closing in on Almada. So we do have a straight line speed on some of these bikes. He's just going to have it a little bit more than me. Oh, this is rough. Got it right. You're next, mate. I need to get my P10 back. Yeah. Oi. Where did you come from? Don't you dare knock me off my bike on the penultimate lap of this race. You can go away, sir. Alm, go away. Tell you what, the Le Mans upgrades can't come quick enough. To be fair, we might have been P6, P7 had we not fallen off the bike the first time round. Second time, we might have been fighting for at least P8, P9. But again, overcooked it, tried to rush it. And I'm going to take my time here trying to get P10 back. We've got one more lap to do it. But now we need to really knuckle down and really focus on what's going on here. We need to charge down what's going on. Come on. Come on. Just keep your head, Tarek. Keep your head here, mate. I can get Pera. Alm's behind me. P17 to where we finished would still be a very good result for the team. Points are points at the end of the day. And we do have him on a straight line, which is obviously fantastic when we eventually get to the final bit of it. But now, can we get top 10? He's right there. He's going to have a go. We're going to swing across. Probably the best we've taken that turn all weekend. In practice one, we actually took it pretty well as well. Although I was very jittery when I kind of swung it across. Right. This is going to have to be a move of attrition here because he's keeping quite a good line here. It's not the US where it's got that little bend where we can just kind of go around him. Oh God. Okay. Just avoided crashing again, and that would have been the end of points. I think I'm kind of accepting P11 is probably where we're finishing this race. I don't want to throw away what we've got. I'm amazed that outside of me twice and Munoz, who got knocked out of the race, no one else has fallen off their bike. Everyone else has had a perfect weekend. We saw that in qualifying, like no yellow flags in qualifying. Everyone just went round the track, no issues. Maybe there was a few invalidated laps due to track limits, but other than that, no one came off their bikes. So, good on everyone, I guess. But, oof. Always. But, can't say we haven't tried in this race. And it looks like we are going to bring home a pretty decent P11 from P17. And like I said, as the bike gets better and we can actually qualify better for races, we might find ourselves doing a little bit better with more points. But we'll take what we get and we'll take a P11. Yeah, P11. That will do. Solid. Could have been more, but it was all to do with us falling off the bike. So Rude wins the race. For Asato, who had to go through Q1, literally was on the back of him. Literally nothing between them. So photo finish, it seems. Fernandez in third. And then everyone else pretty much. That could have been us. That could have been us, P9. But we pushed ourselves too much. Our man Carrero, who qualified ahead of us, by the way, P15, finishes P23 in the end. Munoz not classified. Buchanan was 10 seconds off the pace. God knows what some of these guys were doing. We were 5 seconds off the pace, so I'll say that, but anyway there. So anyway, that is the end of this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again for the Spanish Grand Prix. See you then.